from CBS3 Duluth, this is the CBS3 News at 10.
Good evening, I'm Kristen Bakke.
And I'm Anthony Matt. Thanks for joining us. We have a lot to cover tonight after storms came through the region this evening.
Our meteorologist Dave Anderson will have the latest on warnings in just a moment. But first, we're going to get a look at the damage in Duluth with CBS3's Natalie Grant. Natalie, what are you seeing out there?
Tony, Kristen, I am here on East 2nd Street in downtown Duluth, right outside the St. Luke's Hospital, where you can see the mess behind me here. A large branch has fallen down on two cars on the side of East 2nd Street tonight. You can see Duluth crews are currently working on the scene to remove these trees. They have removed a couple of the branches that fell just around 9 o'clock this evening. Crews arrived on scene just after 9:30 this tonight. So two cars were pummeled by this pretty large tree branch here. The cars, I don't see any broken windows here, but they are currently working to clear the debris in this area. A pretty clean break off of the tree just right above me here tonight. So this is just an example of some of the damage that we're seeing from those high amount of winds and that rain that we saw not too long ago right here in the Duluth area. So I'm going to send things right back to you in the studio. For now, Tony, Kristen.
Natalie Grant live for us tonight. We'll get to much more damage around the region here in just a moment. Thanks, Natalie.
Let's head over now to meteorologist Dave Anderson. Dave, as we just saw from Natalie, a lot of people around the region dealing with that damage from this storm.
Yeah, from Grand Rapids through parts of northwestern Wisconsin. Things are easing up, though. A couple of warnings and advisories and watches to still talk about, though. In the wake of all the rain that fell from Grand Rapids towards Hibbing, that neck of the woods is looking at a flood warning until 3 o'clock in the morning. And we do have some video to show in a little bit here about the flooding in Grand Rapids. It was pretty heavy. Still looking at a severe thunderstorm watch for portions of our region until midnight tonight. The two counties in our viewing area include Sawyer and Douglas. And so things have eased up because earlier this evening it ran from northern St. Louis County and over towards the Bayfield Peninsula and then over towards Aiken County as well. So things are easing up just a little bit. Let's look at the radar and see what's going on Doppler-wise with this line of storms triggered by a cold front. And it's been eating up the available energy, and things are starting to ease up and break up, although there is still a chance for more precip in northern Wisconsin, as we mentioned, particularly Douglas County and Sawyer County. But still, we're getting a line of storms that are threatening places like Ironwood and potentially even Bessemer and Watersmeet as the night goes on. But storms should end tonight, and we're setting up for a sunny weekend. So our weekend forecast says after tonight's storms, clear to partly cloudy both Saturday and Sunday. So our reward for bearing with this storm system tonight will be a very easygoing weekend.
All right, thanks, Dave. Well, here's a look at what rolled through the region tonight. You're looking at just one of the many lightning bolts that struck through the area. This one over Lake Superior.
And it wasn't just lightning. Heavy rains led to this scene in Grand Rapids. You can see the road totally covered by water, and there are as cars drive right through it.
And the water was high enough that, as you can see here, this car appears to have stalled out, and that truck there is trying to pull it to dry land. As Dave mentioned, a lot of rain fell in some areas tonight. Grand Rapids was one of them. As you can see, a lot of water covering the road there.
And to the south, high winds with the storm took down plenty of trees tonight. Here's a downed one near Hinckley. You can see the tree there covering much of the roadway.
And power outages have been a major part of the storm as well. As of about 9:45 tonight, Minnesota Power was reporting nearly 4,000 customers without power around the state. Lake Country Power is reporting more than 3,500 customers in the dark, and nearly 1,000 Superior Water, Light, and Power customers are reporting outages as well. A Minnesota Power spokesperson says they pulled extra crews in to help get the lights back on.
For the first time, we're hearing about George Floyd's death from one of the officers who was there. Today, the court released the hour-and-a-half-long BCA interview with Tu Tao. Frank Vassalero has more.
I decided to continue, at least to give scene security.
In an interview with BCA investigators, former Minneapolis police officer Tu Tao said he decided to continue responding to a call for backup at Cub Foods on Memorial Day, even after dispatch called him and his partner off. We now know the call resulted in the death of George Floyd. Tao told investigators he saw former Officer Derek Chauvin's knee on the back of Floyd's head, neck, and shoulders. He said that's not a maneuver he's used. Tao said the growing crowd during Floyd's arrest was hostile.
Get off him, get off his neck, look at him.
Suggesting what?
Check on him. Yeah.
Check on him?
Did you do that?
That was not my job.
Okay. So no?
No.
Tao said his job was to watch the crowd. He said he wanted to make sure his fellow officers were not charged or rushed, calling them defenseless.
Do you think there was anything you could have done differently to intervene?
I'm in the belief that there's always something different, and you can always do in every single call.
Yeah, I mean, it's easy to second guess, right?
Investigators asked Tao what his thoughts were on the widely circulated video of Floyd's arrest seen around the world. That's when his lawyer stepped in.
Can I ask a question while you're asking what the thoughts are? We don't normally put thoughts down in police reports. You give them in summaries.
Well, he's a human being. I'm just curious what his
I understand that, but he's here to give a voluntary statement about what happened, not necessarily what his thoughts are.
Tao took his lawyer's advice and did not answer the question.
Tao faces felony counts of aiding and abetting second-degree murder and aiding and abetting second-degree manslaughter in connection to Floyd's death in late May.
COVID-19 has impacted several major Northland industries, including lumber. A large demand for building materials is forcing a spike in prices and a shortage in product. CBS 3's Natalie Grant breaks down the impact this is having on those trying to complete their summer projects.
Staying at home is causing us to finally finish our projects that we've been putting off.
There's a lot of people building and putting additions on and whatnot. So we're fortunate in that end. However, getting the materials to them is a little bit of a challenge right now.
There is a lumber shortage due in part to some mills closing production at the beginning of the pandemic.
The mills opened up again and whatnot, but there was this big hole in the supply chain, this big gap, and so and then the demand just never stopped. It just kept going and going and going.
And the usual busy season of summer mixed with people staying at home caused a perfect storm for price hikes and shortages. Frank Gerard, president of Campbell Lumber in Superior, says that he has never seen prices and demand this high, but says that it's not deterring his customers.
Right now, it's sort of a panic buying because people are running out of time with winter coming and they're wanting to get the projects done. So if they have it in their budget or if they're financing their project, they just want the materials now so they can button up the house before winter.
Now, according to Gerard, the price of lumber has nearly doubled since the start of the pandemic, which could add an extra $30,000 onto any home build.
And the housing market is really, really hot right now. It's everything that's fueling this supply, and then we've got this shortage, demand and supply problem that's not meshing up.
Now, according to Gerard, he does not see these prices leveling off anytime soon, but he also said other products such as cabinets and windows are not increasing in price.
In Minnesota, Lake County is hoping a new community project will inspire others to wear masks. Leaders are asking residents and visitors to send them a short 15-second video explaining why they're wearing a mask and who they care about protecting. Health officials will then take those clips and turn them into a video. After seeing a rise in COVID-19 cases among young people there, Lake County's emergency manager hopes this idea will encourage younger people to make the move to help others.
So we're trying to find kind of a fun and lighthearted way, social media, to reach this group. We want to give everyone the opportunity to show that they are helping as well, that they're being considerate and thoughtful and compassionate, and wearing masks not only to protect themselves, but to protect other people.
If you'd like to send in a video, you can go over to the Lake County Facebook page or send them an email. You can find more information on our website.
The U.S. and Canada border will stay closed for a 6th consecutive month. That impacts all non-essential land travel, as it has since mid-March. The announcement today comes one day after Mexico announced a similar measure for its border with the U.S. The goal is to prevent the spread of COVID-19. Essential cross-border workers like healthcare professionals, airline crews, and truck drivers are still allowed to cross.
Health officials across the nation are scrambling, preparing to deal with flu season amid a pandemic for the first time. In Duluth, Essentia Health created a flu task force made up of administrators and primary care physicians. They're working to come up with different ways to dispense the flu shot in large volumes without having people congregate and still abide by social distancing guidelines. Essentia Health officials say flu symptoms and COVID-19 symptoms are similar, and it's important now more than ever to get your shot this year.
It's that much more important to be vaccinated against the flu, to take the flu infection off the table so that you decrease the chances that you're going to have to quarantine yourself and your family members from daycare, school, and work.
Essentia Health is hoping to release its flu disbursement plans in the next few weeks. Still to come on Live Local CBS 3, Postal Service politics, why some employees of the USPS say recent decisions are slowing mail delivery.
Now that the weather's calming down a little bit, we can talk about temperatures rather than storms. 77 was the high today, just a hair warmer than normal. Similar temperatures will be with us through the weekend, but the storms will go away. And we'll talk about that fine weekend forecast and what's to follow coming up right after the break.
Live, local, CBS 3 News at 10 with Kristen Vaki, Anthony Matt, Kelly Hinson, and weather with meteorologist Dave Anderson on Live, local, CBS 3. Watch Dave, Caitlin, and Austin for local weather you can trust on CBS 3.
Incredible savings during the big anniversary sale going on now at Slumberland. Deals galore throughout the store, from modern sofas and chairs to gorgeous beds and lots more. Top it off with totally free shipping. The big anniversary sale at Slumberland Furniture.
I've got one for you. See, UCare Health Plan Demystifiers and Sleeve Roller Uppers.
UCare Health Plan Demystifiers and Sleeve Roller Uppers.
Sounds so good when you say it. 96% of all providers accept UCare because they rock so hard.
96% of all providers accept UCare because they ride so hard. Can we pull over?
What's our tagline?
UCare People-Powered Health Plan.
So good.
Whatever your water worry, Culligan Water can help. From value-priced softeners to the world's best and even salt-free. No one has more solutions than Culligan to customize the best filtration for your home. The only water that comes with a van. Contact Culligan, the local water experts.
I'm Nick Bolton, and these days...
Hey there.
Hey there. It seems everybody has a pair of tactical sunglasses.
Good morning.
Morning. But what if you already wear glasses? Then you need these flip-up tack glasses. These new glasses fit right over your existing eyewear to give you all the benefits of our tack glasses while you comfortably wear your regular glasses. Plus, like all tack glasses, flip-up tack glasses feature Bell & Howell light filtering technology that makes invisible objects suddenly become visible. There's just nothing like them on the market today. Here you go, buddy.
Thanks, Nick.
Act now to get your flip-up tack glasses for just $19.99, and we'll even ship them to you free. But wait, order today and you can get a second pair. Just pay a separate fee. Here's how to order.
Call 1-800-699-7431 or go to flipupglasses.com. That's 1-800-699-7431 or order online at flipupglasses.com.
August is here and it's time to spin the wheel of savings. For a limited time, spin the wheel and save up to 40% on a wide selection of jewelry. Numi Jewelers, where true love is guaranteed.
Incredible savings on Sealy mattresses during our big anniversary sale now at Slumberland. Get a Sealy Queen mattress as low as $99 or a luxurious Sealy Posturepedic for $9.99. Plus free shipping. The big anniversary sale at Slumberland.
Watch Jeopardy at 4:30, followed by CBS 3 Live at 5 on Live, local, CBS 3. Now, the CBS 3 Duluth Weather Max forecast with meteorologist Dave Anderson.
It has been a bumpy night, especially from Cromwell to Grand Rapids over towards Hibbing. Funnel clouds spotted in those necks of the woods. Heavy rain, especially from Grand Rapids towards Hibbing. And still looking then at a flood warning for that neck of the woods until 3 o'clock in the morning. Drive cautiously in that zone. Parts of Carleton County had a tornado warning this evening as well, and we'll show you a picture in just a couple of seconds here of what went on around Blackhoof. But still looking at a severe thunderstorm watch until midnight for a thin slice of our region from Douglas County down through Sawyer County and point south, say Rice Lake, Wisconsin as well. Hopefully things do ease up after midnight. We can enjoy the calm weekend then that's to follow. But it wasn't too calm in Blackhoof earlier this evening, which is just south of Renshaw. And we take a look at some pretty big pine trees down in that neck of the woods. It looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 at least. From this angle, perhaps even more. Good luck to everybody who has to clean up tonight, and hopefully nobody was injured, and hopefully any physical damage to property was minimal. Hopefully no classic cars got crushed. I know that would break my heart. So best wishes to everybody on everything. Current conditions right now at the airport say at 64 degrees. South winds going 14 miles per hour, and our air pressure, thanks to this low pressure system, has dropped to the low side at 29.79 inches of mercury. But a high is coming tomorrow. That'll increase barometer readings for the next 4 days perhaps. So After a couple of days of storms, we'll get 4 days worth of sunshine. Current temp still pretty muggy, so still fuel for some storms tonight in the Upper Peninsula, 72 to 73 from Ironwood to Watersmeet. But in Wisconsin, we're running a range of 63 to 66, and a very similar range of temperatures is now in Minnesota. As the hours go on without sunlight, temperatures will drop, and I think our low temps tomorrow morning will be in the 50s for just about every one of our towns, even in the Upper Peninsula. Doppler map right now shows that cold front associated with that slow-moving low working its way all day long through Minnesota and then into Wisconsin as the evening went, and now right on the doorstep of the Upper Peninsula, where it does seem to be fading away at least a little bit. So hopefully by midnight the worst is over and things will calm down. And then that high settles in for a sunny period from Saturday until Tuesday. Once we get to Wednesday, that's when we'll get our next rain chance. This high in turn will fade away. All things must pass in the weather world. And then a new low comes to town, bringing our next chance of rain from Wednesday, Thursday into Friday. So there's at least a vague shot right now. Come next Friday, we'll be doing this again. We'll keep our fingers crossed, of course, and continue to track all systems here until the bitter end. All right. Not so bitter forecast here for the weekend. Here it comes. Tonight in Minnesota, the storms are ending. South wind will go 5 to 15, and the low temps will drop into the 50s. For Wisconsin and Michigan, after midnight, hopefully, those storms will end there, too, with low temps in the mid to upper 50s. And then for tomorrow, with the high pressure taking over, a clear to partly cloudy sky is what we get for the Badger State and the UP, with temperatures running 73 to 79 degrees. And for Minnesotans, about 70 to 74 on the North Shore and mid-70s farther inland. Some are not quite done yet, but not oppressive either, so should be all right. That high-pressure cell, it sticks around through Tuesday, so clear to partly cloudy until then. High temps will run the range of 72 to 77, which brackets our normal of 75 very nicely. Then that next low comes in for Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Starts off with just a lollygag and 30% chance there on Wednesday. Picks up a little bit to 40% on Thursday, and then becomes a 50-50 shot by Friday. Of course, that's fuel for my fears that maybe we'll have some more severe weather then. Yeah. But again, it's also 7 days out, so don't get too freaked out. Yeah. Now, my advice is to enjoy this great weekend. Do some summer-style activities. If you have to clean up your yard, I wonder what mine's looking like. Because, you know, even down towards the lake, there was some damage here in Duluth, as Natalie showed us. Yeah. I guess I'll find out in a few minutes what I've got to work on this weekend. Is it an old car, or is it working with the chainsaw?
Maybe a little bit of both. It was wild watching that storm roll into Duluth. It seemed like it was pretty normal, and all of a sudden it was, you know, night out. It was dark and lightning and high winds. It sounded like the dishes up above our studio on the roof were going to tear out of their mounts. It was pretty rough for a while. It sure was. Thanks, Dave. Postal workers and letter carriers say they're being squeezed for political reasons.
They say changes implemented by a new postmaster general are slowing down mail delivery and threatening the upcoming general election. Bill Hudson tells us more.
On any given day, nearly 500 million pieces of mail move through the U.S. Postal Service, one that's central to our way of life.
Mail moves 24 hours a day. It never stops.
But threats from President Trump to withhold Postal Service funding for fear it will encourage more absentee balloting has USPS unions crying foul.
There is just not the evidence to prove that there's fraud. People have been mailing ballots for elections for years. This is not something new, and there's never been issues with it before.
In June, a Trump ally, Louis DeJoy, was appointed Postmaster General. He's already cutting overtime and hundreds of mail sorting machines as a way to curb cost.
It's a slap in the face to every dedicated postal worker that's been coming to work through all this whole pandemic.
Brad Sandberg says the changes are already slowing mail deliveries. He fears a political motive. In the next few months, tens of millions of absentee ballots will be flooding in.
He wants to suppress the vote. So, you know, people that he doesn't think are going to vote for him, he doesn't want them to have the ability to vote.
In 1775, mail delivery was essential to a fledgling democracy. Now, centuries later, those who handle the mail say their jobs are crucial to keeping it.
In about a month, new postmaster Louis DeJoy will appear before a congressional committee. It's demanding answers to recent changes that appear to be slowing mail deliveries.
Still to come on Live Local CBS 3, an update on that strange eagle attack up the North Shore. What wildlife experts are saying about it next.
CBS 3 live cams are brought to you by Kohler Chevrolet Buick GMC Cadillac. The TED event is happening now, where you're not just getting a car, you're getting Kohler.
Now at Home Sleep Express, when you spend $299, pay no sales tax with an extra 7% off sale prices on brands like Thomas Cole, Luxuria, and Heirloom. Plus, pay nothing down with no interest financing until 2022 and get free no-contact shipping. Now at Home Sleep Express.
Years fly by. Your retirement date keeps getting closer. Rather than spending another night worrying about your investments, get a second opinion on your investment strategy today. Let us show you how a professionally designed investment strategy that's aligned with your goals can help you sleep well at night. Go to MPPLfinancial.com to get our investment review checklist. Then call MPPL Financial this week for a complimentary second opinion consultation. A second opinion could be your best 2020 investment.
The Ford Summer Sales Event is here with great offers on a huge selection. Shop across the Ford lineup, America's best-selling brand. Now's the best time to buy. It's summer, so grab the family and head out. It's easier now during the Ford Summer Sales Event. For a limited time, get $4,500 total cash on Fusion. That's $4,500 total cash. Only at your local Northland Ford dealers.
Mediacom's fiber-powered broadband network was built for the future, and it's in your community. Delivering gigabit speeds to every home and business we serve. We'll be one of the first in the nation to take you to 10G, making your community one of the fastest in the world. The foundation is in place, and Mediacom will be making way for brilliant possibilities, igniting economic development and lighting up communities nationwide.
I was moving up to Duluth, and I looked at all the apartments in the area, and nothing compared to Bluestone and the amenities here.
I mean, with the different terraces, the different fireplaces, the grills, the pool, the hot tub, the steam room, you name it, you guys have it.
I'm not having to maintain a house and a yard, and it gives me much more time to do the things that I enjoy.
We are building your new view. The View at Bluestone is now leasing for 2021, and Bluestone Flats has availability now.
Watch Dave, Caitlin, and Austin for local weather you can trust on CBS.
For a limited time at Home World Rugs, name brand rugs will be sold up to 67% off when you take an extra 12% off clearance rugs. Hundreds of rugs from $97. Room size rugs priced from $197. The rug clearance sale at Home World Rugs.
Northwest Outlet is open for business. Now save up to 40% off store-wide.
When severe weather hits, tune to CBS 3.
Tonight at 10, we'll be out here in the storm.
For up-to-date coverage morning and night.
Stay away from here.
Live local weather coverage on CBS 3 Duluth. Watch Dave, Caitlin, and Austin for local weather you can trust on CBS.
An update tonight to a story that had everyone's attention yesterday.
We're learning the eagle that swooped down and grabbed a woman with its talons in Lutsen is now being cared for at Wildwoods in Duluth. The rehabilitation center says they examined the young bald eagle this morning, and they didn't find anything obviously wrong with it. Experts there say they still aren't sure why the bird acted the way that it did. It's heading down to the Raptor Center in the Twin Cities tomorrow for more exams. The bird also went after several vehicles yesterday, including a sheriff's car. The woman who was attacked did not have to go to the hospital. Luckily, a kitchen manager at a nearby resort shooed the eagle off with his jacket and chef's coat.
Coming up in sports, more reactions from Wisconsin as the Green Bay Lightning have high school sports this fall.
Watch Dave, Caitlin, and Austin for local weather you can trust on CBS.
Hi, I'm Steve Little with Bath Planet, your simple and affordable choice for bathtubs, showers, surrounds, and safety tubs. Right now, we are offering 0 down, 0 interest, and 0 payments until 2022, or get your dream bathroom for as little as $69 a month. This offer ends August 31st, so call us today or go online to book your appointment to take advantage of this amazing offer. Bath Planet, out-of-this-world service and down-to-earth price.
The 2020 summer clearance event at Duluth Dodge just got better. New Renegade Trailhawks from $198 a month. Cherokee Limiteds from $248. Grand Cherokee Laredos from $288. Only at the new Duluth Dodge, 4755 Miller Trunk Highway, or DuluthDodgeMinnesota.com.
You work hard for your money and deserve to see it go the extra mile. Join us Wednesday mornings and hear from local experts on tips to better manage your finances in Eye on Money on live local CBS 3. Brought to you by MPPL Financial. Join the Greater Downtown Council for movies in the parking lot. Friday nights all summer long. Watch movies from the comfort of your vehicle. Reserve your $10 parking spot ahead of time at downtownduluth.com/events/movies in the park. Present your digital ticket at the gate and enjoy. Bring your own food or have snacks from the concession stands. Here's what's playing this week. Presented by Carlson Orthodontics and live local CBS 3.
I want people to tune in, and I want them to see a friend, because I'm a mother and I know how hard it could be. You're doing all these things and then you have the child and then no one talks to you about how lonely it can be. You know, who do you lean to? Who do you connect with? This segment is very important to me because I get to work, but I also get to work on my passion.
Catch Eye on Parenting every Thursday at 6 with Leanne Valdez on CBS 3.
When a crisis strikes, cash is the best form of relief. It can easily be transformed into health services, water, food, or clothes. Cash can travel everywhere and aid people all around the world. Donate. Smart. Fast. Donate cash.
When news happens, CBS 3 is there. We're cutting in with a follow-up to some breaking news.
Anytime, day or night, more cases of the coronavirus are popping up across the Northland.
The only confirmed cases in northeastern Minnesota.
Not go shopping today unless you absolutely must. Do not collect any supplies or equipment unless you absolutely need it today.
The Northland has seen its first coronavirus-related death.
For breaking stories that impact the Northland most, tune to CBS 3.
The WIAA gave programs the green light today for teams hoping for a fall sports season, but they also gave programs the option to move to the spring. CBS 3's Neil Viersba caught up with a few area athletic directors to hear their thoughts on the decision.
The question that has been waiting on the minds of all athletic directors in Wisconsin was finally answered on Friday. Fall sports are good to go with the option of moving to the spring.
I think it's a nice compromise. I think they're trying to get as many students the opportunity to safely play their chosen sports during the course of this school year.
Brian Smith, athletic director at Northwestern, says the school is planning on competing this fall. They'll just be competing against conference foes.
The Heart of the North Conference last week, we met and voted to do conference-only competitions, eliminating our non-conference competitions to reduce the size of meets, reduce the travel, keep it as local as possible.
The same can be said for Ashland as they will try to play in the fall, but scheduling has been different for them as they are independent.
Being without one is an obstacle. It's a challenge, but it's the schools that we've contacted, they've been great to us, and willing to at least open the dialogue. And we have scheduled some games against some teams, anticipating that we'll get those in.
With teams eager to play, there are still questions to be answered.
One, how do we transport kids to events? Two, can we even have events? Because at the Heart of the North, we have 5 different counties represented. So what's that going to look like at each of the county levels? 3 is, what will the events look like? Will we have spectators? I mean, that wasn't really laid out in the document we received today.
All questions need to be answered, but one thing for certain, it will be a different season for all involved.
It's all new to us. We're going to learn as we go. I'm hoping in a year from now we'll be talking, hey, remember that the year of 2020, 20, 30 years from now, and really be appreciative of how good we have it.
And for other local teams, Superior AD Ella Olson confirmed to us that the school district will make a decision next week on whether to proceed with a fall season or move to the spring. The rain put a damper on things tonight down at Target Field. The Twins scheduled to play the Kansas City Royals at Target Field for Game 1 of Game 4 of the 4-game series. Doubleheaders set to begin tomorrow to make up for tonight's game. 12:35 p.m. is the start time. And the Brewers still in action tonight against the Cubbies down at Wrigley Field in Chicago. Top of 4, Cubs starter Alec Mills was sailing along, strikes out the side, including Christian Yelich to end the inning. To the 5th, though, Brewers down. Yelich about to change that. The 2-run shot to left field is his 5th of the season. The Brewers are back on top by the run. Is that is the one that they're trying to close it at. Bottom of the 9th, Brewers lead 4-3 the final. We've seen a number of former UMD men's hockey players re-sign with their respective professional teams over the past few months. And you can add another one to the list. This time it's a Grand Rapids native. Bulldog alum Avery Peterson re-signed with the ECHL's Atlanta Gladiators for the 2020-2021 hockey season. Peterson set a career high in games played last season with 51, scoring 16 goals and 13 assists. Peterson spent 2 seasons with the UMD after transferring from Nebraska-Omaha. He capped off his senior season nicely with that 2018 national title. And that's going to do it for sports tonight. We'll be right back after the break.
Change the future of medicine from the convenience of home. Join the All of Us research program to help improve health research and speed up medical breakthroughs. Visit essentialhealth.org/allofus to learn more.
Years fly by. Your retirement date keeps getting closer. Rather than spending another night worrying about your investments, get a second opinion on your investment strategy today. Let us show you how a professionally designed investment strategy that's aligned with your goals can help you sleep well at night. Go to mpplfinancial.com to get our investment review checklist. Then call MPPL Financial this week for a complimentary second opinion consultation. A second opinion could be your best 2020 investment.
My part-time service in the Army National Guard makes it possible for me to be more for the community I call home. I'm a better neighbor because my service has taught me to understand how important it is to be a team player. My training helps me at work when I lead by example. My service in the Army National Guard allows me to keep my community and those I care about safe from threats. Learn more about how you too can live and serve part-time close to home by visiting NationalGuard.com.
The show critics are praising as genius is now the Emmy winner for Outstanding Talk Show Host.
That's a standing ovation.
Yeah. And the stars love it too.
You're so good.
America's Sweetheart is a hit and everything we love.
Oh my God!
This is why we connect. Hey. You say y'all, I say y'all.
That's how you say it.
Hey. You're wrong.
The Kelly Clarkson Show, weekdays at 3 on Live Local CBS3.
Mariah Haberman here from Discover Wisconsin. Join me and the rest of the DW crew every week on this station for all things Wisconsin. Continue the adventure on social media and discoverwisconsin.com for behind-the-scenes content and great Wisconsin giveaways, including a chance to win a free vacation. This week's featured prize package could take you to Ripon. Just visit discoverwisconsin.com for details.
Duluth's downtown waterfront district is the heart of our community. So many of the things we love about Duluth can be found right here, from businesses to attractions. And now, most of them are open and working hard so you can safely enjoy them. Our local restaurants, breweries, shops, salons, and attractions help weave the unique fabric of our community. They make us stand out. And when you support them, your dollars stay in our community, helping to boost our economy. Show your love for Duluth's local businesses. We can't wait to see you.
Men's wardrobe provided by Mainstream Fashions for Men. Mainstream is your wedding headquarters. Downtown Duluth.
All right, Dave, kind of a crazy day out there for some folks. Are things calming down at this point?
Yeah, luckily for many of us, the trouble is ending. So let's take a look at a picture of promise that comes out of Proctor. They got a lot of rain there, just like many towns, but you can see as the sun set, it was showing sunshine, not cloud. That's a sign that things are going to become much easier going here in just the next couple of hours, though we're still looking at a flood warning for parts of Itasca and St. Louis counties from Grand Rapids towards Hibbing. Drive cautiously that neck of the woods. And until midnight, thunderstorms could still pop up in Douglas and Sawyer counties, and right now they're stalling out pretty close to Ironwood. Hopefully they do continue to stall out Here's a look at the current Doppler satellite map, and we can see that the line of storms kicked up by a cold front is still affecting parts of the tip of the Arrowhead in Minnesota and parts of northwestern Wisconsin, but indeed slowing down as we get towards the UP. And hopefully, yeah, by midnight that problem goes away. Here's a quick look at our extended forecast. The worst is tonight, then calm weather comes around from Saturday all the way through next Tuesday.
Have a great weekend.